Welcome to this sunrise flow. It's going to help you wake up your body in an easeful way. It will fire up your core a little bit and get you ready to have a fantastic day ahead. So hop on the mat. We're going to begin in cat-cow, always a really great one to start the day off with. So you know the drill. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Breathe in, let the belly just come towards the mat. Heart shines forward, exhale to round. But we're going to take it a little differently today. So on the inhale, I want you to take your seat back towards your heels and bend your elbows so that your forearms come onto the mat, a bit like we're like a pouncing tiger or something. Breathe in, here. Exhale to round. So we come into that Halloween cat shape. Tuck the chin into the chest, really feel the stretch on the back of the neck. And as you inhale, come back, ready to pounce. Breathe in, look in towards your navel, bring the navel towards the spine. And inhaling, taking that seat back again. So just waking up the spine in a slightly different way. Exhaling to round. See if you can do that moving with the breath. So inhaling to come back to the seat, to the heels. Pressing down through the forearms, really waking up the body here. Exhale to round. Couple more like that just to get the feel of the movement. In your own time and your own breath. Just link the breath with the movement best you can. One more. Take a huge breath in as you reach back this time and really activate the arm muscles. Exhaling, pressing the tops of the feet into the mat as you round your upper back. Nice. And then from here we're going to stay with our hips over our knees, but we're going to take our hands forward for puppy pose. So taking those steps with your arms, reaching forward, and then melt. Just notice when you do that, if your hips naturally want to come forward, melt your heart towards the mat and your forehead, and allow the chest to open, stretching out the front and the back of the upper body. Really nice after a night's sleep if you're doing this first thing in the morning, or great if you've been sitting at the desk and you're doing this to have a little break halfway through the day. You can have an option here to come up on the fingertips as well. So just play around a little bit in the puppy pose and see which bit works best for you. To come out with the pose, press down quite firmly through your palms to come back up. Come back up to tabletop, and we'll set up for bird dog. We'll do a little bit of firing up the core here, just some gentle wake up core work. Take the right leg back, stretch out through the back heel. Get your balance even. Press down through the top of your left foot into the mat. And keeping that balance, raise the right heel. Take the left arm forward 2. We're just going to stay here for 3, 2, and 1. Exhale to release. Let's try that on the other side. So reach back with the left heel. Inhale, raise that left leg, take the right arm forward, check your balance, fire up the core, knit in your low ribs so you have some strength. Here for 3, for 2, for 1. And now we're going to take some activity in it. So take the heel back, and as you lift the heel and the arm together, as you exhale, take the knee to the opposite elbow. Inhale to get some length. Exhale to move. Just check in and make sure you're not wobbling out towards the right or the left. And we're going to take one more, so just 3 here. And this time, as you put your hand down and your leg, take your leg back, cross it behind your left foot so it's over to the left of the mat, and then take a little look towards your left hip, just to feel a really nice stretch on the right side of the body. And that's a really nice way of waking up the side body too, for the side sleepers amongst us. Come back to the center. Same thing on the left, so take the left heel back, get ready, get focused, making yourself balanced. Breathe in to extend. Exhale, elbow to knee. Breathe in, elbow to knee. Use that core just beneath the navel. Squeeze the muscles there. Get yourself strong. Release the foot down. Stretch it out. Cross it behind the right and look towards your right foot or your right hip. And just hold it there for a moment to feel the stretch on that right side of your body. And by looking back as well, you kind of extend that stretch. Come back to the center. Take a regular cat-cow. So dropping the belly, exhaling to push out. 2 more of those. And now you can go as you return to your normal breath. Breathing in for the release. Exhaling to round. 1 more. Spreading the fingers really wide here, getting ready for when we do our dogs. So really pushing through the fingertips to protect our wrists. Okay, then just drop the right hips right down to the mat and sit there. It's okay that the shoulders hoisted up by the ear for a moment for this, because we're trying to just get into this juicy area of the hip, releasing everything there. Breathe in, come back to center. Take a cat-cow. And as you inhale, drop the hips to the other side, the left. And just allow yourself to sit there and feel that stretch. When we come back up, we're going to curl the toes under and go straight into downward facing dog. So spread the fingers wide, curl the toes, bend the knees, lift the hips towards the ceiling. Keep the knees bent if you like, just for a moment or two. And then bring the feet almost hip width apart and stretch out in that dog. Just take a moment of stillness. And notice how the body is feeling today. Get ready to come to the top of the mat, so take a little soft bend in the knees, and you can take as many steps as you like to get to the top of the mat. If you're feeling really energetic, you can jump head and neck towards the mat. Okay, here to take some swing from side to side. You can bend the knees even deeper, it doesn't matter how deep they are. See if you can get your tummy touching your thighs, and as you breathe, just feel the breath inflating. Exhaling, let everything go. Allow the old to be released and breathe in fresh, new energy. It's a fresh new day. As you release the hands, you're going to take half lift, look up, exhale, release, look up, step back into your low lunge. So right foot is down, right knee is on the mat, left leg is forward. Breathe in and cactus the arms. So take these really easy, lovely, wide cactus arms which help us wake up the whole back body and open up the chest and the heart. A couple of breaths here. Just staying in this lovely cactus pose. 1 more breath here. As you exhale, hands will frame the foot, curl the right toes under, kick out through the back heel, right hand plants, left hand comes up for an easy twist. And as you're in this twist, really squeeze the thighs together. You can do that by just pushing the knee in towards the center line a little bit more. As you exhale, just notice that your tummy is kind of pushing all the air out. From here, we're going to readjust the legs, so you can bring the arm to the mat. And we're going to take our front foot towards the middle of the mat, and the back foot's going to come out for warrior 2 legs. And we're just going to stay here, but take our hands, like down dog hands, but to the right side, right corner of the mat. And this is a really nice one for stretching out the hips, the groin. Stay here as you release. Inhale, come up halfway. You can come on the fingertips if you like, whatever's good for you. Exhale, release. Breathe in, come on up. Exhale, release. 1 more. Breathe in. Exhale, release. And staying down low, walk the hands round, setting up for a wide-legged forward fold. So just turn the toes facing in and heels out. And we're already down, so you just have to release the head and neck. Now you can take your hands far out in front today if you want to. Or maybe you want to practice reaching them behind. It's going to be your choice in this one. Or maybe you just want to keep them underneath the face, or even out to the ankles. But whichever one you do, you're going to release the head and neck fully. Now just stay here for a moment and enjoy just the activity and the strength in the legs and the softness in the upper body. Now imagine you have little straws in the arches of your feet that are sucking up through the mat, so you're really pressing down with your toes and your heels, but your arches are lifted. And at the same time, you have softness and ease in the upper body and the head and the neck. To come out of this, we're just going to walk our hands to the back of the mat, turning our feet ready for a low lunge on this side. So drop the back knee, take up those cactus arms, and just allow yourself to take 3 full breaths here. Releasing the hand down to the mat, left hand plants, left toes curl under, heel comes back. Easy twist in the runner's lunge. Reach your fingers towards the ceiling, and every exhale, twist a little bit more. Really bring out the tummy, the breath out of the tummy. Breathe in, feel yourself expanding. Exhaling, tummy's squeezing all that air out. One more breath here. Then release the hand down and set up the feet for warrior 2 again. So when we do this, we're changing our hips from closed to open, and then this time bring the hands towards the top or the back left hand corner. And again, you can take your down dog arms like this, or you can come up on fingertips, whichever feels more easy. You can even make fists, so however is good. Maybe this side is different from the other, but try the few and see. Full breath here, wherever you are. And now we're going to breathe in, take a little half lift, exhale to release. Breathe in, half lift. We're trying to get that space in the spine, flat back. Exhale to let it go. Last one. Breathe in, exhale, release. And as you do that, bring the hands back to the center, turn the toes in for a wide-legged forward fold again, and this time plant the right hand under the face and twist up with the left. So really lovely twist from the upper part of the body, that's all. Lower back is still. Couple more breaths here. Really allowing the body the time to stretch and twist out any little kinks or troubles that it's woken up with. Release the hand to the mat, breathe in, lift up on the other side. You can choose what you do with your head here in these twists. You can take the head up if that feels good, but if it's tight on the neck, then you can take the head out of it. I usually take the head out of it and just soften or dip the chin. Release the hand down to the mat. Breathe in, take the hands to the hips. Come up halfway. Exhale. Breathe in all the way up. Pivot on the feet. Place the hands either side of the foot and step back into downward facing dog. Take the right foot and just use it to try and touch the back left heel and push down a little. And you'll feel a really nice stretch in the back of the calf. And then release and take the left foot and press the left toes to pull down on the back of that right heel. You can feel an immediate stretch in the calf muscles. Just do it gently, nothing intense here. and release. Take a big in-breath, rock forward to plank. Exhale, come down one straight line if you like, or knees, chest, chin, up to you. Squeeze the elbows in. Come on down onto your forearms and slide the elbows under the shoulders, setting up for the Sphinx. Spread the hands wide, press down evenly through both of your forearms that look like a number 11. Press the pubic bone into the mat and have the tops of your feet pressuring in. Then energetically feel like you're pulling the mat towards your hips or your feet, and your feet are pulling the mat towards your hands. So your thighs come a little bit off the mat here. And allow a really huge in-breath here, because this creates a lot of space in the chest. So it's a really nice, easeful pose for breathing, but there's a lot going on. It's a very strong pose. Just take the gaze to the top of the mat. Bring your attention back to the breath if you lost that, thinking about all the cues. One more huge breath here. You can feel the space that we're creating by this movement this morning. So to stretch out our quads, we'll bring the left hand across in front of us and reach back for our right foot with our right hand. Keep the hips into the mat and push the foot actively into the hand. Getting into the big belly of the muscle here. Take a couple more breaths, allow it to just relax and stretch. Gently releasing down. We'll do a little swap over, so reach back for the left foot in your left hand and just notice what's going on with your elbow, with your right hand. Just try and keep it in a good alignment, actively pressing into the hand with the foot. Feel the ease in the chest, even though it's quite an intense stretch for our quads. You can find that sweetness, that sukha in the breath. Last breath here. Release the foot gently. Take the hands under the shoulders, curl the toes under, back into your downward facing dog. Take one breath here. Rock forward into plank again. Your choice again of how you're coming down. If you want to come down in one straight line, you can come down, drop the hips, let the toes go under and just come into a really nice, easy up dog. So thighs are off the mat here. Or you can just come into your regular cobra, roll over the toes if you joined me, come back into your downward facing dog. Breathe in, rock forward to plank again. This time, your choice again, how you get down. We're coming down to the mat and then taking our hands just under our shoulders for a little baby cobra. So breathe in, lift the heart, exhale, release. Again, on the inhale, just lift up, heart shines forward, exhale to release. One more, breathe in. And doing these little back bends, the cobras, the sphinx and the up dog, they are the equivalent of just having a coffee in energy. They really help raise the energy levels. Well done. And from here, back into your downward facing dog one more time. And walk or step or jump or hop to the top of the mat. Knees are bent. Bring the arms down, around and up. And when you come up, just take hold of your left wrist. Breathe in, get long. Exhale to stretch over. Really feel a lovely stretch on the whole side there. Press down actively through the outside edge of that left foot. Come on up. Change over. Don't forget to breathe in, lift out of the hips, get long, then come on over. Coming back up to center. Release the hands down. And then come on down to seated on the mat. And we'll take Janusasana, a nice seated twist. So we're going to take the right foot to the left thigh. Flex the left foot. Just notice that both sit bones are pressing equally down into the mat. Relax the shoulders down. Press both seat bones into the mat, feeling grounded. Flexing that left foot. Take a huge breath here before we do anything else. And then as you inhale, bring the arms above the head. Exhaling to take the left hand across to the right knee, and the right hand comes behind you for just a variation on our seated twist. And from here, we can try and do a little side stretch. So take the left hand along the long leg, and then bring up the right arm alongside the head. Keep the sit bones pressing down for a really nice, again, just gets into a slightly different part of the side body than we did when we did the standing stretch. You can feel it, it's more kind of right on the rib cage there, just round towards the back. Relax those shoulders, just allow whatever will be. Not judging yourself for how flexible you're feeling today, but know that you're just helping your body find some more ease when you do this. Exhale, come on out. Take the legs the other way, so we'll take out the right leg, left leg presses into the inner thigh, and once again just take your attention to the sit bones, to the space between your ears and your shoulders, and nice length in your spine. Take a couple of breaths here. And then taking the arms on the next inhale above the head. Exhale, opposite side. Right hand, left knee, left hand behind you, just supporting, trying to help you find that long spine. And as you exhale, once again, we're in a twist again, so we're going to bring out a little bit. And it's a really nice massage for some of the internal organs when we do these twists. It helps us get a little deeper into some of the tissues there. So that's the benefit of the twists. And then come on back to center and take your right hand down the long leg and bring the left arm over for a really nice stretch on this side, however big or small you want to make it. Mine's quite small today because I'm listening to my body, and you know, we all pick up through life various injuries or different things that come along that affect how our mobility is. But just because we're not putting our head on our knee or our toe does not mean we're not doing a great job. We're doing a great job for our body. So try and find the place that's good for you, where there's a little bit of a balance between sensation and ease. You still need to be able to breathe. And you find when you feel the sensations, that's where you send the breath, and that's where you hold it. And don't ask for any more. Just see what happens. The body usually relaxes, and sometimes, wow, we surprise ourselves that it relaxes and we easily just ease into that next little bit. And then release the hand down, taking both feet out in front of you on the mat. Keep the knees bent. We'll come down now into a bridge pose, because I rarely start the day without this one. Bend the knees. Keep the feet hip width, knee distance apart, or hip width apart. So we want them directly in line with our knees. We don't want the knees falling in or falling out. Okay, so press the hands actively down into the mat and use the glutes to push up into your bridge. Option to stay here, or to clasp the hands beneath you and shimmy the shoulders under, so you kind of get a bit more narrow and a bit more lift in your bridge, and just check what's going, well, don't check too much, but feel mentally how your feet are, if your knees are falling in or falling out. Just try and keep them in really good alignment. And then just dip the chin ever so slightly to feel a little bit more length in the spine. We're going to stay here for a couple more breaths. Imagine, you can put an imaginary block between your legs. Imagine that you're just squeezing it to hold it in place, so you're really activating the legs without necessarily moving them. One more breath here. And then release gently down, releasing the hands, and then take the feet and the knees in for a big squeeze in a rock. give the spine a little bit of a massage here. And then to finish off, we're going to finish off with waterfall pose, which is just a matter of lifting the feet above the head. You can have them here, you can have them here, you can have your knees bent, but we just want them above the head and raised. You can take the hands behind the hamstrings, it's okay. We're not doing a big stretch here, we're just resting. Or you can reach for your calves, or you can have the arms by the side. So a few variations. And just to be here, to allow the blood to flow more easily to the heart, gives our whole system a little bit of a break before we finish this practice and start the rest of our day. So it's a very restful and reviving pose. It's always a really nice one to do if you want. Sometimes I do this in the office. If I'm really tired suddenly, I will lie down and find a wall and put my feet up the wall, or I'll just take this pose right in the middle of my office, right here, like that. And it's amazing that it can really give you that little boost that maybe a coffee doesn't even give you. But we always reach for the things that are most familiar, I guess. And then to come out, bend the knee, give them a hug into your tummy, give yourself another little rock, and coming over onto the right side, very carefully, just come on up nice and easily, and bring yourself back to a seated position. Cross the legs. Notice if you're always crossing them with the same foot in front like I do, and try crossing it the opposite way for a change. See how that feels. Close the eyes, dip the chin. Take a long spine one more time. And just slow down the breath to take a couple of refreshing breaths in. Just thanking yourself for showing up today. It's the hardest thing is to get on the mat. When we're here, we usually have a nice time. So you've started your day, or you've broken up your day, if this is in the middle of the day, with a really nice mindful practice, bringing your awareness in to your breath, to your body, so that you can hopefully move through the rest of the day with ease. So just take a nice long spine one more time. Lower the shoulders if they're crept up. Feel the space between your ribs and your hips and your shoulders and your ears. Breathe in fully. Find that ease, hopefully, in the breath now. Fuller, longer breaths. And thank yourself for showing up today on your mat and for taking that time for you to focus on yourself, on your mind and your body connecting. And really hope that this helps you move through the rest of the day with ease and grace. Bring the hands to heart center. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me today.